Thank you to everybody who made the RCR UK trip possible. Thank you to all the patrons who donate monthly and allow us to travel. You've turned regular car reviews into an international operation. With your help, our next goal is New Zealand and Australia. Thank you to Dominic Talagrove. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Dominic. Dominic is a fixer who set us up with the Old Witch test track in Essex for us to film. He also gave us a camera to use. He gave us a tripod. Wait, did Dom or Tom give us the tripod? Anyway, he set us up with a camera and set us up with an airstrip. And he also got in contact with Jim Wicks. So thank you, Mr. Wicks, the owner of the grounds which hold the test track. Thank you to DJ Kate Frost for guiding us around London and showing us around the wonderful town of Kenilworth, and for providing a can of Febreze. More on that later. Thank you for Tom Clark for being our lead fixer, driver, producer, showrunner, and along with Kate Frost, graciously welcoming us into their home and giving us a base of operations, kitchen table, and our own rooms. So, okay, room, right. Yeah, Pennsylvania, that's how I say it. So, okay, the Febreze story. Oh, boy. Okay. It's the second or third night in the United Kingdom. And I asked to do a very Yankee American thing. I want fish and chips. I want the real deal. And we made a video about it. And I enjoyed it. That's delicious. I asked, can we get some fish and chips? And Tom says, sure. I know a place. It's good. It's legendary. It won a few awards. If you want the real deal, here's the real deal. I forgot the name of the place. Tom will tell you. And we go there, and it was everything he promised it would be. The fish was so flaky, and the chips were thick, but they weren't soggy in the way that they are in the U.S., where we call them steak fries. And one of the things I noticed about when Americans do fish and chips, they way overcook the fish. I mean, because we have this hard-on for everything has to be crispy and crunchy. And that works for fried chicken, works very well for fried chicken. But fish and chips, I've learned, needs to be flakier and kind of soft. And that's what this was. And it was great. And then I got diarrhea that night. Oh, wow. It's just me adjusting. And so I have to set this up with a bit of context. I'm sleeping in one of the two guest rooms at Tom's house. And the room I was staying in was half Tom's sort of little production studio, and there was a bed in there. And it's just the stuff I noticed. I'm sleeping next to what must be 5 figures worth of guitars in cases. And knowing that that's right next to me, I'm like, oh, I got diarrhea. So I get up, and forgive me, this is just how I frame the story in my mind. It's like the second night in the UK. This is like straight from like American movie. I'm in the UK. I'm staying at the house of a multi-platinum recording artist. There's fucking gold and platinum records on the wall. And I'm about to get diarrhea in this house. I mean, it's Tom Clark, the lead singer of The Enemy. And I'm about to shit up his bathroom. And I go in there and just gaga into the toilet. I'm trying to figure out how to open his... I hadn't figured out how these UK windows open weird out sideways, and how do you hold them in place, and why is there no screen? And I haven't figured out that the exhaust fan is on a string, and I don't know what's what, and the toilet has 2 flushing buttons. And so you have a big diarrhea poo, and then flush, and then wipe, and then flush, and then I go back to bed. But it's never once, is it? It's never once and done. Yes, the second you lie down, it's gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Here we go again. Back to the bathroom, past the gold records, into the bathroom. Flush. Groan. Out of the door, past the records, past the guitars, back in the bed. 10 minutes later, oh man, up again, past the guitars, past the records, into the bathroom. Ow, it hurts now. Flush. Get back to the bed. It's like, okay, here, we can do it, we can do it. Almost fall asleep, gurgle. Up again, guitars, records, diarrhea, flush, double flush, records, guitars, bed. And then I finally sleep. So I get up the next morning, and there standing at the top of the steps that wasn't there before was a can of Febreze. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And then everything was fine. I was eating curry and everything else and just eating the local food. Everything was fine. Pub food, beer, wonderful. Just that first night. I'm sorry, Tom and Kate, for shitting up your house. It was great, though. Let's hang out again. Everybody, Dominic, all of y'all. If you're ever stateside, please let me know. And thank you to everybody else who watches every week, RCR every Monday. Thank you for letting us play for a living. We're going to take a break for a week. I'm going to do stuff other than sit at the computer and edit things. So we got some other stuff coming up this week. It will be a video game review. Will take the place of Monday's review. So that's it. Take a week off, and when we come back, we'll be back in the United States. Thank you. And thank you for liking Regular Car Reviews.